No, sorry, she's looking at me and then looking behind me. And then I'm getting up and I'm looking behind myself. And I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, Trippy. She's like, I just saw a ghost. I'm like, what the fuck?
I didn't see any.
Real talk, let's get straight to it. I got diamonds in the face. No, these niggas don't walk how we walk, they don't talk how we talk.
You have a question to ask me?
Okay. Have you ever pranked anybody?
Have I ever pranked anybody?
Mm-hmm. Or being pranked?
Want to know how? In high school, I was a fucking prankster.
In high school? Like in okay, like off school or just
No, in school.
Okay.
So there was a time where I would super glue a loonie or a toonie to the floor while classes were like in session, like nobody was in the hallway. And it would be, I think it was like, I didn't have class, like I had a spare. Okay. So I did it. And then, you know, obviously 5-10 minutes later it dries. And I watched people get out of class, walk by and try to pick up the dollar. And they couldn't.
I see that stuff happening online too.
They'll like walk by and they're like, oh. And then they almost think it's like not, but it is. And they're like, go to pick it up. And they're like trying to pick it up. And they're like trying to kick it. And I've had teachers try to pick it up. And I'm like, yo, how broke are you? It was so funny. So there was that one time. Well, sorry, there was that one prank, but I did it often. There was another one where I knew combinations to my friends' lockers. So I used to always like go into their locker and I would ask another friend to lock me in.
In the locker?
Yeah. So by the time my friend comes to her locker to
that's a risky prank.
Yeah. Because there's been times where
nobody's gonna open
the locker. Nope. There was a time where I was in there for like 2 hours and I found out that my friend went home.
Wow. Who opened it?
I kept banging, and then someone was like, hello, and I had to like say the combination.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I had to change the lock. But there was that time. So like I've scared so many people. So many of my friends. There was a time where actually someone gave me this idea. So we're in the hallway and I'm on one side, my friend's on the other side, and we're like kind of like kneeling down, like squatting on the floor, and we're holding, like we're doing this to each other.
All right.
So it looked, and we're staying low, and we're just sitting like that. And then people are walking by and they're like walking over thinking like,
like you guys have something in your hand, like a rope.
So I've had people like walk and they're like, oh shit, like they thinking like we were trying to trip someone, but we had nothing in our hands. It was really funny. Like 14, 15. There was that. What else have I done? I've done
a lot of pranks. Don't even ask you on pranks.
Well, but I did a lot of pranks in elementary school. My one teacher, for some weird reason, he didn't like regular teacher chairs, like teacher's desk chairs, at the desks. He had a plastic one with wheels, and it had like a little like seat, like a, you know what I mean? Like a dip. And I put water on his chair, and then he went to like go sit, and he sat in water. But that was April Fool's, so how do you not expect us to not prank?
Someone would prank them on that day. Like it's April Fool's, but still.
Okay, so that was in the morning, and he was really pissed. Like you can tell he was laughing, but he was pissed. But he was in the morning, he was pissed, but he was like, "Fuck, that was good, right?" So tell me how. I think it was maybe 5 hours later. We had like classes and lunch and all that. By the time I came, no, we went back to class like after the last recess. So like a little bit before home time. And this guy fucking takes out a water gun out of his desk. He went to like the dollar store during his lunch and he had water in it, and he was like, psh.
Payback.
Fucking shot me right in the head.
It's good. That's good. He actually took it as a joke, though.
Yeah. That was the best year. That was a grade 7. I'm not gonna mention the teacher's name, but God, he was great. He was awesome.
That's crazy.
So what pranks did you do?
I don't know. I can't remember. Usually I do pranks on family. Like, hide in the closet and my grandma comes in the room and you jump at them. I used to do these kind of. So that was like when I was young.
Yeah.
Way young, right? I used to do all that. And then maybe just on family, not on friends. I can't remember. The one time I did probably call the school and said the principal's car got into someone ran in, like when they were parking, they hit his car. And I called the school and told, what the principal's office.
Oh.
Someone, backed up into your car and blah, blah, blah. He was running out. That was the one time I did that. I didn't do that again. But
Oh my
that was the one
God.
time. Mostly no, nothing like that. Nothing like what you did though. That's creative.
Yeah. The reason why I like scaring people or pranking them is because of my grandma.
Mhm.
My grandma is the biggest prankster,
That's
and
right.
she scares us. She used to scare us all the time. She would wait until like we went to sleep, and she would be hiding in the closet the whole time with like a bloody mask on. She'd be like, ah, like I'm not even kidding you. No. My grandma was so funny. Yeah.
But imagine doing that on
I
Halloween.
fucking love her. Oh, so every time we're hanging out at home, she always tells me, Kathleen, put a scary movie on. Put a scary movie on. The more gore, the better. Like, she loves blood. If there's no blood, she's just like, change it. I remember it was a couple Christmases ago. She had a couple glasses of wine.
Mm.
And, my grandma's getting a little tipsy, and it's Christmas. And she's just like, all right, I'm sick of this Jesus shit. Let's put something.
And your family, right? Jeez.
Let's put some scary shit on. Like, oh my God, I died. Yeah, my grandma's a G. I love her.
I'm a G too.
Shout out to Tata. I love her. You're a G too?
I'm a G. I mean, starting with a G.
Give me that. All right, what else you got?
What else do we have?
I don't know. Go fuck, Guyan.
Bye, guys. That's a blooper right there.
Guy's breaking shit. Oh, alcohol, and he's already breaking the shisha.
Good.
No, honestly, talking about like scary shit. Have you ever encountered?
Have you ever got pranked? You're pranking people, but have you got it?
Yeah, my grandma. I don't know how to fix this shit.
Okay.
My grandma, friends, my girlfriend's family.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I get more startled as I've gotten older. So
is that right?
Yeah. So have you ever realized if I'm at a desk or if I'm at a table, we're working on whatever we were working on, and you kind of approach me and I don't hear you, I get scared? You've never?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I did too.
Yeah. I don't know why. With age, I've become more jumpy. It's very weird. Did you get it?
I got it on.
You got it
in the hole.
Oh, thank God. All right. Have you been pranked? Anything
probably so many times that I can't
remember?
That's a tough question. Is that the only time you got pranked though? So I can think of mine.
You're buying time. I've been pranked so many times. My girlfriend's family's pranked me, but it's not pranked premeditated pranks, pranks that people have not practiced. What I'm gonna say, they've planned.
They planned. Okay.
It's like I'm walking and they just start to go, and I'm like, ah! No, it's bad, and I jump. I'm not a screamer, but I jump. Sometimes I go I will hit someone. So one day I'm gonna punch someone in the face.
That kind of stuff will always happen to me.
What?
You did that once to me too.
Oh yeah. Remember when I would hid in that shipping box?
Yes. Yes. There you go. That's one of those things. It's probably the age you get freaked out.
Oh fuck, guys! We had a big shipment come here, and this box was
big,
6 feet tall. I'm not even kidding you. And I hid in it. It was so big that I was lying down, and I just went.
I didn't know I was coming in though.
How did I know? I see everything. Because I think I had messaged you.
Oh, okay.
saying, "Hey,
Oh,
come
yeah,
check something out." And one of my
check it out, right?
yeah. I was just
Check
waiting
myself out.
just waiting for your footsteps. I just left enough in a crack just to see if I like see someone walk
Shit,
by.
around.
But when I saw someone walk by, I'm like, fuck, I hope it's Guyana and no one else. Oh my god. But yeah, that was pretty
I
funny.
think it was our boss.
Oh
right?
shit.
Jesus Christ, you give a man a heart attack.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of scary shit, have you ever seen any crazy like abnormal like paranormal shit? Like ghosts? Has anything happened to you?
Maybe way back, long time ago, probably let's say 10, 15 years ago.
Like what
But
happened?
not in Canada though.
Oh,
It's like
you care
once
to
again we're gonna go
elaborate?
not in Brampton.
Not in Brampton.
No. So
Okay.
there's some places and cities in Sri Lanka, right?
Okay.
That you're driving by and then it's close to like a cemetery, right? And then there's like if you go alone, what happens is that lady comes out and just stands right beside your car and she's in white, like a white gown, everything. This is real though. It's some these are kind of stories that you hear like in movies, right? But it is real though. There's locations that you're not supposed to go by yourself.
Really?
And if you're like so drunk or something, you're gonna see stuff.
Is
Not
this on
because you're drunk, but it's real.
Is this on Google? Like if I were to Google it?
Yeah, if you Google it up, you can see. It's
Really?
a location that there's like a female in the middle of the road when you're passing by, you're walking by yourself.
And it's in the cemetery.
Yeah, it's always like that. It's
Oh,
been there a
shit.
lot. It's still there.
But
There's
it
a lot
must
of-
go back hundreds of years.
way back. Yeah. It is actually
Well,
true though.
So
I haven't
why?
seen it, but I've heard of it.
But do you know the story behind it? Like, why is she scaring people? Like, why is she in white? Like, who is she?
You know what? That's probably something that's online, but this is something that someone told me, right? But if with me seeing it physically,
Yeah.
I have seen things that you would not believe. Yes, I don't want to like.
Tell me.
They're like
I've seen some shit. Tell me.
No. Like, have you seen like a soul go into somebody else's body?
Yes.
And then they'll turn into something else and then start speaking in a different language, kind of thing.
Oh, so like some exorcism
Yeah,
shit? What
yes,
the
I've
fuck?
seen that shit. Yes,
No.
is real. That is real. I've seen this.
In Sri Lanka
Yes,
or in
yes.
Brampton?
No, Sri Lanka. Brampton?
Really?
Brampton is it? No, it's not Brampton. It's back home. Yeah. In Sri Lanka, yes, you have things like that. Physically someone goes in your body and then, after like
So the
all
devil.
that stuff. Yeah. It's not just the devil.
It's just
things.
other.
It could be like past family members, somebody goes into.
That's fucked.
Yeah. There's a lot of that stuff going on there. Like it's like they bring them into your body. Like it's like psychic stuff.
Oh,
even here you do that.
Okay.
Somebody who passed away, they want to bring, try to talk to them and stuff like that.
Okay,
I don't know if it's real here,
yeah.
but-
So if I'm the psychic and I'm sitting with you
Yeah,
and you want to talk to someone that you've passed away,
that's
this
it.
person will come into like me and
Yeah, starts talking that language or whatever it is, and let's say the psychic does not know that language at all.
she's telling the truth
Yes,
because of
so the language change.
oh
right?
shit.
That's
And
what-
certain things about the person
Person that she would not
know.
Yes,
That's
this
fucked.
is real. I don't know. They have that stuff here too, but I'm not sure how real
They-
it is. Right?
Okay. So I believe in that shit. I do. But I feel like what I see on TV is I need to see it to believe it. Like I need it to happen to me. Like I feel like it does exist, but the shit that we see on TV, I think it's a little bit
Yeah, it's probably
scripted.
just-
You know what I
scripted, right,
mean?
made up, yeah.
Like I want to actually experience it.
If you want to, yes, but then it's not gonna be here.
We're gonna go to Sri Lanka?
Yeah. You know how long the
Shit.
flight is? 2 days. Want to go 2 days? Want to travel 2 days to just see that?
Yeah, why not?
It is. There's a lot of things like that. Yeah, even after the tsunami, I think what happened. There's so many things that happen after that. Like you can see people walking down the railway stations, all that stuff.
Really?
Just go. Yeah, there's 100 places back there that you would
Shit.
not believe because they believe in this shit, right? And you can actually, see this for real. I've seen a lot.
Fuck. My cousin sees ghosts.
What do you mean, just real? Just like walking around and seeing?
Yeah, but she's never seen like a bad ghost, like a negative ghost, like a scary ghost.
Mhm.
Like they've always been like happy spirits and happy ghosts.
Okay.
So like it's been a long time since we've talked about it, but she was telling me that she always sees this like one guy that's always like laughing and talking and walking, like talking to himself,
Like just at home?
No, everywhere. She sees him everywhere.
How do you know it's a ghost?
Because she sees him walk through shit. I don't fucking know.
Oh,
Some shit like that. Yeah. I'll never forget. Holy fuck. Okay, so shit's happened to me, but I'll never forget when I was at her house once, and we were watching a movie, and my back, I was on a couch. My back was towards like the hallway, like how like the living room was set up, and she was off to the side on another couch, and I see her like kind of like get up and then look behind her, like look behind, like from behind, but no, sorry, she's looking at me and then looking behind me, and then I'm getting up and I'm looking behind myself, and I'm like, what's going on? And she's like trippy. She's like, I just saw a ghost. I'm like, what the fuck?
I didn't see any.
And I couldn't go anywhere because I was young and she was babysitting me. Like I couldn't leave. Like, you know what I mean? But she was like, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
It's fine for you because, once you see these guys like on a, let's say it's like a random thing here and there, you just get used to it. Sometimes it's like you watching horror movies, right? It's like, you watch it and watch it. I don't get freaked out now.
Yeah.
Right? But in the beginning when you watch it, you feel it. But there was one point where, one of my family members was renting a house.
Yeah.
Like that was back home still, right?
Yeah.
And I was sleeping, and at one point you can hear somebody like not whispering, like blowing in your ear.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. There was times where I would like start up and just like, what the hell?
That's fucked.
Yeah. There were times like that. Always.
Okay, I'll tell you a couple stories. So there was one time where I was like maybe 5. I was sleeping. It was my bedtime, and my dad was at work. My little brother was sleeping, and it was just my mom and my older brother watching TV. And I'm like dozing off, right? And all I hear is a bang. It wasn't like too loud, but it was my mom screaming that woke me up.
Okay.
She was like screaming like, ah! And I was like, what the fuck? So I got up and I went into the living room because they were watching TV, and I see her picking up glass and like sweeping and shit. And my brother's like holding the dustpan. And I'm like, what's going on? And she's just like, go to bed. Like she was so freaked out and confused. And my brother's like, just go to bed. And I was like, okay. So I like pretended to kind of go back to bed, but then I was kind of like just still looking at them. And I'll never forget it. My mom had a garbage bag. So when she was putting the glass onto the pan, that dustpan that my brother was holding, she was holding the bag, and my brother went to dump the glass, and the pan went flying out of his hand. Like someone had just go whoosh. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? And she screamed again. So what happened was, when I was sleeping, they were watching TV. There was a vase on top of the TV. It had nothing. It was just a crystal vase. And it was like one of those like thick, heavy ones. Just sitting on. No. My mom and my brother were telling me that they were watching TV, and this thing rose up and fucking shattered in midair. Not fell and broke. Went whoosh, whoosh. And she screamed the first time, but like not too loud. She was more like, oh my God, what the fuck was that? Like, what the fuck? And then the screaming is when the dustpan went flying. That's when she really fucking freaked out. Jeez, is that fucked?
Crazy. That was what? Where was that?
I was, Mississauga.
Mississauga?
Yeah. Isn't that fucked up?
I guess that's before the brown people came by.
Before the brown people came by? What the fuck does that even mean? You think like the place was haunted by brown ghosts? So, yeah.
Pre-Brampton. That's what it is. Pre-Brampton.
So there was that one time. And then quickly, I was in high school. I got home after school and nobody else was home. And it was summertime. So I went into the backyard and I was just hanging out, whatever. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I want to go shower. So I closed the backyard. I locked it. I was still home alone. I went into the kitchen and I'm like, I'm thirsty first. Cracked a Coke. Had a couple sips, and I put it on the kitchen counter, went upstairs to shower, and when I was done showering, I was drying off, and I heard something downstairs, so I just assumed someone was home.
Yeah.
Didn't think anything of it, go downstairs, my fucking pop can is drip, like it fell onto the counter, and it's all the Coke is just like flying everywhere. Like it's just spilled everywhere. Isn't that fucked up? Like who lived like
that's in the Star?
Yeah, different house.
Different house, right?
Yeah, my brother told me not to do the Ouija board.
That's people say this shit that go. This happened after you did.
I did the Ouija board. No, so the vase thing happened before the Ouija board because I was like 5.
Yeah.
The Ouija board thing I did in high school, and that happened to me in high school. I think it was in grade 9 or 10.
Yeah, they have that thing about not doing that.
And my brother's like, "Don't bring that shit in the house." So I was like, "Okay, I'll just do it somewhere else." But he's like, "No, you're gonna bring the spirits in here." Blah blah blah.
Shit, that's probably what happened.
Yeah.
If it's real.
Like nobody was home, Guyan. How did this Coke can fucking just fall and spill everywhere?
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
Anyways, and the doors were locked, right? Like I locked anyways, even if it wasn't locked, who's gonna fucking break into my backyard
just to grab that Coke?
Just to grab Coke and spill it and fuck with me and then leave. Like it makes no sense. Anyways.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I really want to go to Sri Lanka though.
There's a lot of that stuff going on. You need to see it to believe it though.
But when you see her, is she bloody and shit? Or
no,
like she's just wearing white.
Just like, hair down like that. That's it. You see her face randomly. But it seems like a movie, right? But it is true though. Things like that happen.
I'm gonna look this up later.
Yeah, take a look.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm just gonna look crazy Sri Lankan lady wearing white.
Yeah. That's gonna be like some lady wearing white. No, there are different scenarios like that. Always happens. But it's a certain area though, right? That happens. But that's been there for like years and years. She doesn't hurt anybody. Or like, just sometimes there's one that, it's like a railway station, right? Or a train. It stops at a certain area and they say, don't go alone to that like a station. Because once you stop at that point and that lady gets on the train and gives you a baby.
What?
Yeah, it's like she's always with that baby.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, this could be maybe she died in a train accident, whatever it is. Yeah, and then it was never solved. But she's always in that area.
That's fucking
If you're by yourself in in the train, she'll come up to you and give you that baby. Right? Yeah. It is real.
Did you ever take the train alone?
I'm not taking that shit. I'm not dying. Just being that. Who knows what happens?
That's pretty fucking crazy. Anyways.
For some people, it's just random stuff, right? They don't even give a shit. You see it, that's it.
Yeah.
If somebody new, I don't think you want to take that risk.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, this episode took a crazy turn, eh? It went from like happy
tasting wieners
to crazy, to crazy lady.
Right. Okay.
Anyways,
all right, guys.
Episode 8 is a wrap.
Yeah.
It wasn't episode 666.
But all right, let us know what you guys think. Subscribe once again. Like.
Drop a comment. Let us know if you guys would ever mix any of this shit together. Yeah. And if you guys have any ideas, let us know.
Let us know what we should be tasting next, right? Except for cockroaches, none of that stuff. Right?
Yeah. Yo, you know what would be good? Sushi and peanut butter.
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
I probably will end up liking it. That's the thing, right?
I know.
You gotta stop, doing stuff that we like.
Right? I know.
Whatever you like, I might end up liking too. Because I'm not picky with food. I'll just mix anything.
Yeah,
together.
same.
Like sushi, and I'll put watermelon in there if I have. I don't know if you do that, but and then put like random stuff like
watermelon sushi roll.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Yeah, it might taste good. You never know, right?
It might taste good. All right, guys.
So it is a wrap. See you guys.
Bye.
Let's get straight to it. I got diamonds in the face. No, these niggas don't.